Damas y caballeros, welcome to En Mis Tiempos. I'm one of your hosts, George, and I'm here today with Adrian and Alfredo. How's it going, guys?
Yay. You got it. Wow. All right.
Guys, come on. We got to get past that. I get it every time now.
Well, when you get it, no, you just fucked it up. What do you mean you get it every time?
No, that's because the letters were off, or it was typed wrong. There was an extra sentence in there.
Who typed it in?
Me.
All right, then. All right. Well, I'll give you this one.
How's it going?
I'm well, George. How are you?
Good. Alive. Here after a good weekend of celebrating, what was it? Mexico's independence. I'm good.
Yeah. What you do? What you do to celebrate it?
I watched the fight.
Yeah, that's what we all did.
We all watched the fight, the Canelo fight. Yeah, no, we watched the fight and did some other stuff, and yeah. Oh, and then lost $100 because we'll talk about that later. But
because your soccer teams suck, everybody knows it. But we're not going to talk about sports. What'd you do, Adrian?
Same thing you guys did.
Yeah, no, I had a pretty eventful weekend. I went to the ballet on Friday. Did y'all go to the ballet on Friday?
Did you go to the ballet?
Yeah.
What ballet?
As it's called, the Cirque du Ballet with the Dallas or.
Wait, is this a Cirque du Soleil?
No, so I thought it was because they've done like the symphony has done like a collaboration with the Cirque people, but and I thought this would be the same thing, but it wasn't. It was just like a ballet that was, I guess, inspired by the circus. So they had clowns.
Okay. And
they just went through and did dances from like different stories. But anyway, it was interesting. It was good people watching when you go to ballet.
Well, I mean, that's good. I mean, do you have, hopefully we can post videos or something. Did you take anything? Pictures?
You can't take videos at the ballet.
You can't take anything at the ballet? Why?
No, because people charge for that stuff.
Okay.
So you can go watch it.
Apparently I learned something new. Can't take videos at a ballet.
You're really not supposed to take videos or pictures at any of those like live events like that, but people like you do it anyway, so.
Whoa.
So does that mean the ballet is the one place that you can go to where all the people in front of you don't have their phones up?
Yes. By the way, that's Justin.
Welcome to our guest this week.
Show, Justin.
I make my own intro.
Yeah.
We're getting to it.
Oh, okay.
But George,
we're going to talk about your whole weekend.
No. My weekend was too long and eventful. We don't do that. So.
Oh yeah, I guess.
So yeah, we have Justin with us today. Justin, first time on the podcast, or are you an old pro?
Long time listener, first time caller.
Speaking of that, I actually have something I got to read for the podcast later. So I got an email from a long time listener, first time caller. So whenever we're ready for that, y'all let me know.
Really?
Oh.
Like a pregunta?
Yeah, it's a pregunta and kind of a topic that he wants us to discuss.
An angry email?
No, it was a good one.
Okay, cool.
I gotta check my email.
Well, like,
don't you get notifications? Still?
Yeah.
I don't think I have my email. Yeah,
I gotta open it.
I haven't gotten any emails, but
for all of you that are potentially going to send in questions, just know that Joe will mention them on the air and say that we're not going to talk about it, but we'll talk about it. Yeah.
How'd you know?
We fun got a couple times, I guess.
No, but we here in September. I don't know if anyone, like I asked earlier, have y'all listened to the song September Today by Earth, Wind, and Fire? It's the 21st of September, so you have to listen to it.
Oh, okay.
Just saying.
I have not, no. Adrian?
No.
No, but I do know a guy who just went and saw them live.
Wait, what?
Too.
They were here?
Yeah, I think they were here in town.
Oh, shit, I missed it.
You know our boy Bill.
Billiam?
Yeah, Billiam.
Really? I just spent the day with him.
Can you say last names on the podcast?
I would not, but
okay, yeah.
he knows who he is.
Yeah, as long as he knows.
I'm going to ask him about it tomorrow if I see him.
I saw it on his story.
I guess I'm not his friend.
You're not on his close friends.
Yeah.
Not on his top 8.
Not anymore.
All right, so you guys went all of last week without talking about House of the Dragon. Do we want to do it this week, or are we just going to do away with that?
Are we going to do our 5-minute House of the Game of Thrones?
Yeah, but we're going to start it out by telling people what we're drinking today. We're drinking Bearded Viking mead. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I still don't understand what mead is.
So, Adrian, why don't you tell us what mead is and where this one came from?
It's a drink. It's a drink.
Thank you. Moving on.
It's the oldest alcoholic beverage
Is it really?
known to man.
known to mankind.
No way.
This
So
is
that's what mead stands for.
It's not It's not
I
an
don't know if it
acronym. That's
stands
just what it
for
is.
it, but
I mean,
that's what it is.
That's what it is.
It's like beer
Beer.
doesn't stand for
Well, beer stands
an
for-
alcoholic beverage.
Okay.
I like the known to mankind rider on
Yeah.
the end of that. Like there's a chance that we can go discover some new alcohol. Like
Yeah.
we just have enough time.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
Some of those mummies, they get married with stuff, and
Or there's something else other than humans that know about alcohol that they haven't told us.
We don't know what dinosaurs were drinking.
Right.
You know?
What?
They might have been some different shit. T-Rex wasn't much of a drinker.
So Adrian's wife Gladys went hiking last week, as y'all heard in last week's episode, and she came back with a bottle of mead. I guess one of her friends makes it.
Yeah, one of her friends, I think it's brother and husband. I don't know, but
They make it.
they know where to get it.
Bottom line, it's pretty freaking good, and mead is what they used to drink. Like when you watch Game of Thrones, that's probably what they were drinking. They were drinking beer.
Or
So-
you just called it mead.
They just called
Telling
it
me that's
wine,
not
but
Michelob.
This is not Michelob Ultra.
Jeez.
So I'm going to start the timer.
This is what we're doing.
All right.
It's a House of Dragon timer.
House of Dragon
That's not
timer.
House of Dragon. I just literally watched the new episode 5 of that before I came here.
Time starts now. Go. What do you think of the episode?
Okay, so the guy's gay.
You
And
right
there's-
over there?
Whoa.
Wait a
and
minute. Are you supposed to ask everybody in the room if they're caught up yet?
oh, are you caught up yet?
Not.
We don't care.
I'm not.
You should have known.
Proceed.
better. You should have known.
Proceed.
better.
No, I can't do that. Do you watch it? You
No,
just
it's okay. I have a funny story about it, but I'm a few episodes behind, but there's for a reason.
There's only 4.
5.
A few. So
Right.
I literally saw the first episode.
Okay, fair enough.
Yep. My wife has a problem with it. So
She does.
Also, did you watch it too much?
she can't handle the
Oh,
violence.
Hmm.
And,
It is pretty graphic.
and the chi-chis. She's not a big fan. We got a small kid.
It's the only reason I watch it.
oh, okay.
But don't watch it with the kid.
No, we don't, but I don't know. She's just got that like auto defense.
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I feel like most of the women, not really like my girlfriend doesn't like it either. Like she doesn't like gore or
Yeah.
It's just like
Does she also listen to murder podcasts?
Yeah, she
all
does.
day long?
I don't.
Yeah.
Right. So I knew. Yeah.
You can listen to it, but
Exactly.
like they can describe it to you in detail, but you can't see it.
Yep.
So
Makes perfect sense.
They can all
So-
get away with murder, but
did
So you were
this is-
talking
this is
about
too much.
what's his name?
Larion, the king.
I actually don't know his
you
name, so I
just
can't
watched
correct you.
it.
But we're just gonna go with it. Let's go.
We're gonna go. So
pretty sure that's wrong.
the fact that like the story where they're going. Okay, so they're still they got married, and they know he's gay, and she like they don't love each other. Okay, so the final scene, the scene in the episode 5, which hopefully you'll see soon.
It's the wedding.
The what?
You don't know this, but Game of
was a
Thrones is
feast.
known for their weddings.
It was a feast before the wedding.
Yeah.
So during the feast, they're having their dance, which looked really great. It was amazing, and then you hear the drums going like this, like it's building up to the suspense, like something's gonna happen. And then I guess Damon did something, but it was a really good episode. I loved it. I believe next week they're jumping
Doing the big time jump, yeah.
the big time jump. So
The little kids are gone, but more little kids show up. So
I
Like,
still
the
think
girl-
it's too fast. I don't know. A little too fast.
So I was seeing something. Someone said that this first season of House of the Dragon is better than the first season of Game of Thrones already.
there's no way, not even close.
Nah.
Have you seen Game of Thrones?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'm on episode 10 now of season
Oh, really?
1. Yeah,
Okay.
and
What do you think then?
Is that
You're far
before-
enough.
Is that before Red Wedding?
Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah.
I believe that's way before.
Okay.
How do I already know. I already got spoiled.
You know about it. Okay.
I got spoiled on that part. No. So I think Game of Thrones the first season is so far still better than House of the Dragon.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Right now I'm waiting for Ed Stark just died. Got his head chopped off.
Ned?
Ned? I thought it was Edward.
Edard
Haha.
Stark. They
Yeah,
call
I'm
him
pretty
that,
sure it
right?
was Ned.
But remember, like first season Game
I
of
don't know.
Thrones when you were watching it though, like everything was brand new,
Yeah.
so they could take a lot of time to develop it because you didn't have anything to reference it to.
True.
But then you watch House of Dragon and you're like, oh,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is that person to that person.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out if Aegon the son is like Aegon the Conqueror that they're talking about.
No, Aegon the Conqueror was
The first one, right?
the Conqueror.
Oh,
Too many Aegons.
Yes.
oh,
There's a lot.
Okay, see that confused me, but whatever.
You gotta pull up the
The tree.
Targaryen tree.
I didn't bring.
I do
that.
that every fucking
wow.
episode. I pull it up. I'm like, okay, all right, yeah,
All right.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
get with your sister. You get with your cousin. No, but
Down
what'd you
one
think?
minute. Come on, what else?
But what'd you think about it?
It's fine.
What's
It's not Game of Thrones, so I'm not impressed yet. But I don't know. Yeah, I have nothing to say about it this time. But that's going to lead us into the question that we had from our longtime listeners. Let me pull that up real quick. Are y'all done talking about this?
well? I don't know.
I was
Just
gonna die if you didn't read the question during the episode. I was like, you start off saying there's a question, and then we don't hear it.
I was gonna say to keep it to the end, but go ahead and let's see what you want to say. Who do we get a name first?
Yeah, so let me go verbatim. Hold on, let me turn my alarm off first here because it's going to go off in the middle of me.
Real quick, did George make the time window?
Yeah, we had 20 seconds to spare.
Sweet.
So we're good.
I kept it in. What's up?
He cut you off though.
I did. You could have kept going on nothing because you weren't going anywhere with that
What do you
recap
mean?
you were
It's just-
giving.
Yeah, you
Okay.
talked about.
Would you want me to
Never mind.
give you a
Let's-
recap?
No, we don't want to recap.
You remember the
And then we
weirdest?
were like,
you
Joe,
remember
what'd
the
like?
weirdest
He was
shit?
like, it's good.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
The drums.
Just all right. That was
But-
the alarm. Time's up. No more.
Okay.
All right, here we go. This is Ruben from North of the Wall, in parentheses, 635. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Are there any missed opportunities for the royal family after the Queen's passing? And then, number one, should Prince Charles look to strengthen alliances for the realm by marrying a long-lost cousin from another country? And then, number two, instead of extending the funeral for weeks and dragging the Queen through the streets of London, should the royals have chosen to have a Targaryen funeral like they did in episode 1 of House of the Dragon?
Holy shit.
He ends it by saying, I'll hang up and listen. So,
All right.
Awesome. I like tying the themes together there.
yeah. So,
Yeah, that
what
was
do y'all
really
think?
good. That was really good.
Should they have just like pushed her off into the sea and? Oh, they just set her on fire, huh?
Yeah, they just set it on fire.
It wasn't
We're
a
talking
Viking
about-
funeral. It was a.
Yeah, because
My wife has strict instructions that's the only way.
You get a Viking funeral or a Targaryen funeral?
Two different ones. Like if I look like I don't have my wits about me, like I'm gonna float me out on the iceberg thing and just a rocking chair. You know? But like I do not want to be a box in a hole in the ground. Like you gotta like burn me.
you got to do something right.
Yeah, yeah. And I think if you're the queen, you can pull that off.
For sure. They're not going to tell you, no, you can't do that.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're like the
Oh,
most
definitely.
powerful person in your country, and they're like, no, that's okay.
And they're an island
put you in
surrounded
a
by
vault
water.
just in case there's something we want to do with you later. Like, it's terrible.
Because she got buried in the
Westminster Abbey.
it's a building, right?
It's a place, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like not outside.
I'm
it's
not
inside.
British. Yeah, it's inside. It's a vault, basically.
Oh, that's actually really cool. Let me get locked up in a vault, my dead body.
That does not.
But
sound
I
cool
would
at all.
my way that I've told my girlfriend, my parents, whoever has to bury me, to burn me just like they burned Qui-Gon Jinn in episode 1 of Star Wars.
Everything comes back to Star Wars. with
Yes,
you. I don't.
always does.
How do they burn him?
How'd they do that?
They all stand around him and burn him on the stakes, just like the.
Just like the Queen? Like the
Just like the
Targaryens?
Queen, yeah.
Okay. Did they have a dragon?
Do they start the fire with their lightsaber?
I wish they would. Oh my god!
He's just flicking it. Like,
Come on.
everybody's waiting.
You said you weren't going to talk with your hands, Justin. Nobody saw your motion.
I like the.
Parentheses.
We did.
Thumb flicking.
I don't know.
Flick.
I don't know who's the one that they push out, and then the son tries to hit it with the arrow.
Yes, exactly. That's what I want.
Yeah,
What is that from a movie or a show? I forget.
Game of Thrones.
That is from.
No,
I think
Yeah.
it's from Vikings.
I did
I
see
think
it
it's from
somewhere.
Vikings too.
No, it's Game of Thrones where the Blackwater. I don't know. Eddard's wife's brother's family. I don't know who they are.
Oh, what?
They push him
Oh.
out,
And the
and
people that live on that dreary
yeah,
fucking island.
yeah,
Yeah.
So they push him out, and then the son goes and tries to shoot,
He sucks.
and he misses like 3 times, and he's getting really far. He's like, "Oh fuck!" So the dad's
Yeah,
like,
let somebody good shoot my fucking
"Yeah."
arrow.
So the dad just pushes him out of the way. He's like, I forgot who it was though.
I don't want to just be litter in the ocean.
But what if you just float back?
Hey, you're gonna be burned.
Everybody leaves before that happens, George. So it doesn't matter.
So if it floats back, it doesn't.
Just don't do it on a popular beach because then it'll be weird.
Okay.
It's just like You washed up ashore, some old guy with a metal detector. Weird scene.
I found an eyeball. What was the first question? Was that the first question?
Should the queen marry like a long lost cousin from another country?
And we were talking about
the king.
The king.
It's got to be the king, right?
Oh yeah, well I guess it's the king now. Yeah,
Do you know
Ruben,
how
it's
long-
a king.
Do you know how long it's going to take people to call him king? He's like the oldest fucking prince ever.
Prince Charles. Yeah, he is right.
Yeah, he's super old.
72.
60 something. 62.
Yeah, he's in his 60s. He looks older.
He's
than that.
62, but it looks like he's 90.
What a victorious way to become king, too. Some little old lady died.
He didn't take the throne by
Yeah.
force. He didn't know.
No, you just got to hand it.
You're
He could have, literally, at
Yes.
any point. She's,
pushed over.
what was her final
poisoned
height?
her?
You know, because you get shorter as you get older.
4'2"? No, fuck, I don't know.
Her height?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying, she's like the tiniest, most powerful person
Yeah.
in history, other than Napoleon.
She walks in a room, everybody's
Hey
knees
man,
bend.
I want to set the record straight. Napoleon wasn't that fucking short. He was about my height. Shut it,
what-
Justin. I don't want to hear it.
No, we gotta see this.
So what you're saying is, he was pretty short.
Napoleon was about 5'7", 5'8", something like that.
Short. In Texas.
Texas.
Was that boots on, boots off?
That I don't know because he did wear pretty high heels.
Like
You looking this up,
Like
George?
pretty.
pretty?
I'm looking up her height.
They were good looking high heels. What can I
Were they
say?
embroidered?
Maybe he was French. All right, George is gonna take 10 minutes to look up how tall Napoleon was.
Sorry. Napoleon. I'm looking for the queen's height.
Oh my God.
She's an old lady. What do you think?
That's
She
what
was
I'm saying. You get
5'4".
short. Oh, yeah, that's pretty short.
I'm 5'4".
Oh,
She was 5'4". She was not 5'4" when she died.
my bad, my boy.
They're not gonna tell you how tall she was.
Okay, let's say if she was 5'4",
She's probably like 4'11", 4'10".
and so like shrinking 4'11".
Well, yeah.
How'd
Plus,
you
if you're
come
the
out?
Queen of England, you've killed all those Wikipedia references to how short you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're like,
And everybody bows to you when they walk in, so you're taller than everybody in the room always. So unless you're Trump, and then you put your hand on her head, pet her.
Oh, he was 5'6".
Oh, yeah.
Napoleon was
short.
5'6".
I was a little inch taller than him, but
I'm
still.
just saying,
That's
I'm,
pretty
I'm,
short,
pre-
man.
I'm pretty powerful, being 5'4".
We're gonna leave that one alone.
What
All right,
was
so
the
I
second
think
question?
that was the second. The second
Oh,
question.
no,
We
was she-
started
should
with the
she-
second
I don't
question?
think we answered it.
Should she marry someone to?
No, not, again,
Should he
yeah,
marry
should.
somebody?
Should he?
Should Prince Charles?
But he's already married.
Is to who?
Never stopped him the first time. He was already married when he hooked up with this chick,
Which chick?
the one he's married to now.
Oh, that doesn't count. That was
What do you
pre-
mean?
That was pre that marriage.
Well, he can hook
It all
up with them.
starts
All
over.
I'm
As
saying
soon as you
is,
get married
once a
again, it
cheater,
all starts
always a
over.
cheater. He can cheat on this one with long lost cousin,
Wow.
and then divorce her, marry the cousin, and they take over Greece, and then
Okay.
so I don't know.
Wait,
Okay.
he was the
I mean,
one.
like if you're the president as well, right?
Well,
he was married to Diana.
yes, he was married to Diana.
Oh my god,
Are you just now finding this out?
I didn't know it was him.
Who, Charles?
Yeah.
And if you look at the picture, she seems way out of his league.
Yeah.
I never found her that attractive. I liked her.
Like late 80s, early 90s attractive, though?
Well,
I guess. I mean,
in the 80s,
it was different times back then.
All right.
I know,
And,
like
I mean,
she
everybody
was-
had that hair back then.
It wasn't just the hair though. She kind of looks like a little bird or something. I don't know. There's something about her I didn't like.
Yeah, I can see that.
and so his new wife is
R.I.P.
Camila.
Diana.
Yeah, Camila, Queen Consort. So should he marry someone to unite king or a different?
I think that would be a weird first move, like to divorce your wife the second you become king.
You know what?
You're not
Yeah, he's
useful.
divorced.
You're not useful to me anymore, right?
I know you're not my day one, but fuck day twos. I'm king now. I'm working on my day three.
Well, who would you marry? Who's out there? What other powerful country? North Korea?
Spain has some good-looking princesses, I believe. I think Norway does too, or
Did
Sweden.
you say princes?
Princesses.
Gotcha. Okay.
Not that there's anything wrong with it.
Yeah, not that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, if he wants, yeah, that'd be.
I think he was doing some shopping while he was down at Mar-a-Lago.
he was down there.
Was he?
You guys haven't heard
No.
about the Prince Charles connection to the Jeffrey Epstein?
Oh,
But that was down at.
Mar-a-Lago.
That wasn't Mar-a-Lago. It was Epstein's Island, wasn't it?
Well,
Isn't it the same place?
No.
it's not. I mean,
I mean, that's where they're all men took off,
Yeah.
right? I don't know.
I don't know what they told their wives. But they were somewhere.
They So yeah, I mean, I don't think he could, and it's maybe.
But he could, but we decided it wouldn't strengthen the kingdom because
it's already powerful.
It'd be a strange first move.
Well, powerful, and he has power, right? But
he would have to go very outside the realm.
Yeah.
Like if I don't know, like a new alliance with India through marriage, or like Russia or something.
Probably not welcome in India. Maybe Russia. But I don't think
exactly. There we go. We're connecting something.
It's probably got some better looking options.
Is the United Kingdom made of 7 kingdoms?
No. Good try though.
Joe's got the
just
facts,
a show, man.
I'm gonna go with no.
That's Wales. He has the facts. You're right. He goes.
Fun facts.
Fun facts. No.
Okay.
You weren't far enough away from the mic.
All right, so
not to register.
What was the second question?
She should have had a Targaryen funeral. It would have been a lot more fun, or a Viking funeral. Either one. That was it. For
a Viking funeral is the one we were talking about where you push
shot in
casket
the
out
water.
in water. I would like to push you out and then like set a firework off and something. And just light you up.
You and fireworks.
Hmm?
What is it with you and fireworks?
I don't know. I keep going back to like Guardians of the Galaxy 2 whenever I don't know if you've seen the ending, but someone dies and they have like a Viking funeral, but in space. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I want fireworks. You need to watch it.
I don't remember. I've watched it. I don't remember it.
Isn't that the big joke about all the space movies is that there's actually no like explosions in space?
I guess.
Because there's no oxygen, so there's no fire. So all those explosions that they show on Star Wars, they're like, that's impossible.
What? The Death Star never blew up.
You just ruined them.
Yeah, no, he's gonna think about this for the next week.
He's gonna go home and Google it.
I'm gonna go back and watch it every single episode. And be like, no, it's all fake.
Well, if you want me to save you some time, it is actually all fake.
Okay,
it's just a movie. It's a really good movie.
It's a really good movie.
Yeah,
thanks. So, what was the third question? Didn't you have one more question?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Answered his questions.
Well, apart from that, we had the what's it called? This month is Latin Heritage Month, apparently.
Yes.
I didn't know.
I have a question about that.
You know what I found out? Hold on, before you ask your question.
No, go ahead. I insist.
So I thought September was Latin Heritage Month. I found out this week that it's not.
It's October.
This is actually my question.
Go ahead.
No, it starts in the middle of the month.
Right. I just found that out.
So first of all, okay.
Us Latin people didn't even know.
So white people get the whole year.
Yeah.
Right. Black people get the shortest month.
The shortest month.
Right. And then you guys get a half of the month.
Half the month, exactly.
Wait, it doesn't even carry over?
It carries over, but nobody's worried about Latin Heritage Month in October. We're all getting ready for Halloween. It's supposed to go from the middle of September to the middle of October. Nobody gives a shit when September ends because...
Wait, when's Day of the Dead?
That's in November 2nd, I believe.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah. So it starts in the middle of the month and then carries over for maybe a week?
2 weeks. It's supposed to be an entire month.
Oh.
It's just middle of 2 months.
But nobody cares once
is
September
there a reason? Like
because white people decided.
Busy?
Right, white people decided. It wasn't Mexicans, I tell you that.
I mean, we would give ourselves a whole year.
Yeah.
Is it tied to like the Mayan calendar or something?
Not at all. It's just some arbitrary dates that they chose.
Isn't
I
it
don't know why.
I think it's actually a way to trick you guys into working overtime for free.
Possibly.
Which sounds a bit whitey.
I mean, it's
You
true,
guys
right?
don't have to agree. but I can.
Some info.
It was created
inside
by
info.
the government or anything, right? Like, for example,
I mean, somebody.
I don't know who
created it.
comes up with this crap. It just
I think
shows up on the calendar once.
Yeah, I think every. Oh, I was about to say ridiculous holiday. That's not what I meant. I think every like.
And this is why we don't have white people on the podcast, people.
I mean,
No. I don't mean. I'm just saying. Like, I think every like.
Every one of those
Everything
made
that's
up
not
holidays
based around like
a historical
really-
event.
No, like everything that's not like a really old, like ancient, whatever seasonal thing or whatever. Everything's like a modern holiday.
Yeah.
Usually gets started by like a mayor seeking re-election somewhere,
Yeah.
and
and then it just kind of catches on.
Mm-hmm. Agree with that.
I don't know. Latin Heritage Month doesn't mean anything to me.
Well, I mean, I guess it starts for Mexico's independence or something like that, no?
That's not why
I don't
it starts
think
on
it
that.
has
It starts on
anything
the
to do with
15th,
it.
not the 16th, for starters.
Yeah, the 15th, yeah.
They're just priming the pump.
Maybe. I don't know. We start getting them drunk on the 15th.
It's like Cinco de Mayo for me.
Well, I celebrate Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah,
'cause
me
you get
too.
Good pure spirituals everywhere.
That's
and it's
true.
fun. But,
Look,
yeah.
I don't know if you guys know this, but white people love Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's the best
definitely.
ever. We have no idea why, but it's great.
Because it sounds cool.
It does.
That
I'm
one
not
was
gonna lie,
started
it
by
does.
that one was started by Corona, wasn't it? I think I read
Probably.
somewhere that they made a fucking commercial and they were publicizing Cinco de Mayo and they just took off.
So I mean, technically, it is a Mexican holiday.
Maybe.
It's a
Corona's from Mexico. So
It's a margarita day.
some margarita day. It's the anniversary of a battle, but it's not. I wouldn't call it like Mexicans don't celebrate it.
Battle de Puebla, right?
yes.
It's also my dog's birthday.
Is your dog named Puebla in honor of the battle? No.
Dog's named Grady.
Grady.
Yeah.
Okay, that's his name.
But
Say it, George.
I actually
Grady. And no, it's a good name. I hate when people name their dogs human names.
he's actually named after a human.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Anything else you want to bring up, George?
Nah, nothing to do more. Keep going. Go on.
That's all I had.
Cinco de Mayo is, I think white people love it because it teaches them Spanish at the same time. They're like
They know how to say
five
Cinco.
and May,
Yeah.
all in like one holiday.
Cervezas.
And of de
Oh yeah,
Cinco de Mayo.
three words.
Cervezas, margarita.
Oh, I mean, it's all just because of the special drinks. And who's going to, I mean, we take advantage too. Come on. We're down there with them too. Well, I am.
What do you mean down there?
Like at, I don't know, the bars.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take advantage of those, $5 margaritas or something, $4. And then shots.
I've been in Juarez on Cinco de Mayo, and it was like any other day.
Yes. You have to celebrate it here. You can't celebrate it in Mexico because ain't nobody celebrating it in Mexico.
Yeah, if you go over there and say, yeah, Cinco de Mayo, they're going to be like, huh? The fuck are you talking? Like, yeah, today is May 5th.
Yeah, that's only,
You're right.
yeah,
This guy's really excited about May 5th.
no,
Got
yeah,
his hat
true.
on and everything.
No, but so I don't know if y'all have heard or seen lately, but have y'all seen the first Mexican American? I guess she's Mexican American or Mexican that went to space.
Yeah.
I don't know her name.
I forget her name, but yes. What about her?
No, well, her upbringing, like she came from a town or does she live here?
She went to school here. I don't know where she
went
grew
to
up.
school here. Yeah, but she's like an inspiration to all those little kids because she's been doing like a tour, I guess, like going to little schools and, talking to kids about it. And if you watch, I don't know if you've seen the video where she's up in space or like they all have their first experience. And it's pretty cool. And like that for her to, I think it was last month whenever she went up there for the first time.
Who'd you go with?
A bunch of other astronauts. Usually the way it works.
Yeah,
Not really.
I know,
Not anymore. I mean, it's
They're all astronauts.
She went-
No
I
mean, if
matter
you
what
win
they
a-
do here.
if you win a
Elon
contest.
just dropped her off up there.
Yeah.
Hey, this is as far as we go.
Elon's like, hey, I'm going to Mars if you want to hop on. And I mean, it's really almost like that now.
I
They
mean,
do
we're going
contests.
that way. So
Well, she was a legit astronaut. She
Okay.
worked with NASA.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Did she go with NASA? Did she go with
She didn't go with
Amazon?
Amazon.
I know they're all.
No.
I mean,
How-
it's
have you
gonna get to the point where it's like not even. It's like, oh, you went whatever.
I mean, hopefully,
He went to
if
space.
hopefully we can get to that point. I mean, I don't have $1 million laying around anywhere because it's pretty
What's-
expensive to hitch a ride, right?
It was 10 million when
Yeah.
when what's his name did it?
I don't know.
I don't remember, but
I thought they were
it's
just
a
pretty
certain amount of money.
I don't know. I saw some actors go on it, and I'm like, that's nice. What would
Must
you
be nice.
do? What would be one thing you take up there to space?
Myself. Why would I take anything else?
I don't know. Maybe you want to drop something out the window or something.
Yeah, okay. You can't just
Superman
open the
riding
window.
Six Flags, they're checking everybody's hands for pennies and shit.
George is gonna
don't
get up
drop
there and
anything
roll
off
down the
of
window
it.
when he gets out to space.
Drop a penny from up there.
I heard in third grade science class that if you drop a penny from up here,
Yeah.
Just-
it'll make a huge hole in the earth.
I heard it
George
That's
would take
true, right?
George would take a
It'll cut people in half.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
George would take a rock and say he brought that from space.
I would take a rock.
Just a regular rock.
oh yeah.
Think about it. I take a rock
George.
up there and bring it back.
George, just go back a second.
What? What'd I say?
A penny will not cut a person in half.
Justin.
Empire State Building from the top. Everybody knows that. Third grade science, not a lie.
This is science.
Yeah.
What's his name? Newton? Proved it himself. Yeah, that'll cut people in half.
Yep.
Okay, not in
Because
half.
Isaac Newton had a Empire State Building to drop shit on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Taking apples. To
It'll
the
go
building.
through his head. It won't cut people in half, but it'll go through. I'm just saying, it will happen.
If it didn't,
It will?
They wouldn't take the stuff from you.
I figured
Go
it
up there.
would have happened by now.
They take your stuff?
Oh yeah. So like when you go to Six Flags, you get on Superman ride. They're like, hey, you can't have anything in your hand because I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna try and drop it, and you're gonna try and cut somebody in half. And then at the Empire State Building, they do the same thing. They're like, hey, step away. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to cut somebody in half.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna go up there. I've never been to the Empire State Building, but I'll go up there. Somehow sticking my foot or something. And I'm checking that penny.
So you're saying right now you're gonna go up there and kill
Oh,
somebody?
I mean, no, I'm just
Premeditated. Wear some penny loafers. Second trip, I fell. They popped out.
Oh my god.
Oh. Not responsible for my actions.
Yeah, but that happened.
No, it hasn't
you were
happened yet.
saying?
Oh well, no, it was pretty cool to know that what she's gotten to, and be able to know that little kids from Mexico can do the
So
same.
she's an inspiration to you.
She's
Is what
an
you're saying.
inspiration. You know who my inspiration was growing up? Eddie Guerrero. He was a Mexican too.
Yeah.
Mexican American. Yeah, literally the only reason I watched wrestling was because of him. I watched his last match. I remember watching whenever
Last batch of what?
his match. Oh. He got hit on the head with the chair. Like you see him go down, and then the match was going normal, and then he just collapsed. And it was like a live on TV.
What did he die from?
Drugs.
Wrestling. It was drugs, basically.
Yeah. Was it like heart failure due to drugs, or was it an overdose? Or
No, I don't think it was an overdose, but I think he was having problems already with the drugs.
okay.
So yeah, drugs killed him.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Does Eddie Guerrero count as an actual luchador because he wrestled for so long with no mask?
No, he's not.
He never had. Yeah, he wrestled in Juarez.
Yeah, he did.
I feel like that was probably earlier.
Yeah. Obviously
it was-
before he was, but he
But
he always went by Eddie Guerrero. So
Oh, okay. But no mask?
no mask. Never had a
Oh,
mask.
okay.
Well,
All right.
I mean,
He kind of knew where he was headed.
So
He was like,
so
he's
in
like,
Mexico,
my face is pretty.
yeah.
I'm going to Hollywood.
You either have long hair or you have a mask. Because when you fight, you fight máscara contra cabellera if you don't have a mask.
Yeah.
So you fight your hair against their mask. And the loser, if you lose and you don't have a mask, you cut your hair. But if you have a mask, you remove your mask.
Oh.
When they do the big band matches, máscara contra cabellera, máscara contra máscara.
Who's you're taking me down memory lane. I think in Spanish it translates to our English version of Skeletor, but there was the famous luchador. He was like the skeleton. What's his name?
Georgia's a wrestling fan here. I don't-
Yeah,
Parca.
La Parca.
Yeah, I just learned about the La Paca.
Yeah, he died.
Did you watch this?
What's that?
How did you learn about luchadores?
Well, I would actually say probably Eddie Guerrero to begin with because he brought a little of that flair to. I grew up NWO era.
Ooh.
My hometown is actually on the blacklist for places that they will not ever tour to.
What?
Yeah,
From Pittsburgh?
Man, when I was at junior high, they came to.
He's from Arkansas.
I'll tell you all about it anytime you want to know. But anyway, when I was in junior high, they came, and it was such a bad experience for. Back then, it was WWF, and man, they had people from the fans trying to fight, didn't know what was going on. People throwing smoke bombs, M80s, and everything.
No way.
Oh yeah, and they were like, this is terrible. They had to stop filming halfway through. I mean, it's a wild spot.
What part of
Shout out my
Arkansas?
hood. Little Rock, Arkansas. So I grew up in North Little Rock, Arkansas. Anyway, we're going back to luchadors.
Yeah.
How I don't know. I mean, it's very. What would you say is like the heart, like the epicenter of like luchador culture, other than that Nacho Vidal movie with Jack Black?
Great.
Which, by the way, that's how I feel every time I say anything in Spanish in front of anybody that knows Spanish. I feel like
like Jack Black.
Jack Black.
Yep.
Nacho Libre.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
It's a great
You mean
like
what city or what? What do you mean?
Yeah,
I'd say Mexico City.
What's like the heart of
Mexico City?
Yeah, I guess it would have to be. I really don't know the history.
So I was guessing, and I feel like I'm right. So that's what I thought. Every time I go to the airport in Mexico City, luchador masks everywhere. They got like a whole gift shop. And
Well, that's just for you white people.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm gonna buy them. I'm gonna buy one.
I know you are. You're half white. So.
No, but I mean Mexico City.
like
I mean,
you
you
said.
can also consider it El Paso as one of them because they'll cross and just wrestle over here in indie scene. Yeah, no, I think so. I don't know. But Eddie Guerrero, like I said, him and Rey Mysterio bringing over because they've been here
Rey
for
Mysterio Jr.
Yeah.
Is there a badass Rey Mysterio Senior? I don't know. Is that a thing?
There was.
No,
There was back in the day. I'm pretty sure.
I never asked actually. I never thought about that. But yeah.
I think honestly, I'm guessing somebody's probably got a documentary about this, but I bet that was way cooler wrestling before WWF. I'm sure we probably stole that.
Oh, okay.
Mexican wrestling's been like
It's
popular
entertaining.
for decades before like it became really popular here.
Because the only thing cool about like American wrestling, which I think is different, right? I think it's a very specific genre. Wrestling.
Wrestling and the WWF is in wrestling, right?
Yeah, no, that is. Yeah, that's wrestling.
That's what you call wrestling?
Yeah.
Are you
Macho Man Randy Savage. I would say that's probably the epitome of American wrestling. And The Undertaker. Everybody knows The Undertaker.
Undertaker?
Oh, shit, Sting. Okay, we got to throw everybody in there.
There's a few.
There's a lot of people.
Ooh, The Rock
actually.
doesn't count. Rock's like super new wrestling.
Okay. If you want to go back.
No, we're talking old school.
Like Ultimate
Step Into a Slim
Warrior
Jim,
and-
Macho Man. Yeah. Sting. But the only thing that's special about that is just like the Hollywood aspect of it. It's the characters, it's the acting and all that. But like luchadors, I mean, shoot, like most of your characters, like in your mask and your outfit, everybody else pretty disguised by it. So it's all about like the moves, the action, all that, like the whole choreography.
So the most
that's
famous
cool about it.
luchador ever in Mexico was fighting like back in the 50s.
It's not Jack Black.
And it's not Jack Black.
Unfortunately, no.
I don't even know if it was the 50s. It might have been before that. But like he used to make movies in black and white. Him and his
White.
arch
You
nemesis.
talking about
White.
White.
what was his name? He wore a blue mask, right? Like a light blue mask.
Blue Demon?
Nobody
Demon.
knows. It was black and white.
Blue Demon was his nemesis. El Santo was
El Santo.
El Enmascarado de Plata. That was his name. And yeah, that this dude was famous like way, way back in the day. And he made I don't know how many movies. He fought everybody. He fought the mummies. He fought Frankenstein. He fought Dracula. He fought everybody in the movies.
So he's like Brendan Fraser.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
With a mask on. He never lost it. Went to the grave with it.
Really, that's cool.
And then his son came out and he wrestled. And then Blue Demon's son is still wrestling. Yeah. And then all those other guys just came after that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, it's been a thing for a lot longer than wrestling has. At least at a popular level.
At a popular level.
Yeah.
But do you still consider it like kind of like acting because it's entertainment, right? To the point like what I'm talking about, like WWE.
Are you saying it's not real?
No, we know that part, but I'm saying
What?
What?
to the point where like today's like WWE, because I feel like it's less acting over there and more wrestling than what here is. And here it's just a lot more acting.
There's no lead up to it over there.
There's no
all
story.
the acting, all the whatever drama happened in the ring.
Yeah. Oh, see, okay.
You know what I mean? There was no like pre-show interviews or any of that. It's just like get in the ring, let's go to town. And then the old ladies were the real entertainment. They were in the crowd yelling at them, throwing shit at them, like calling them names. Yeah, exactly.
You guys don't have like El Jefe coming down out of the rafters.
No.
With like crazy intro music, levitating down.
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
America was like, we got to Hollywood this shit.
We have a bunch
too
of
cool.
midgets. Remember
Did have a lot of
Peluche?
midgets, yeah.
A
Aluche.
lot of them.
I don't know if you can say that.
Well, that's
I
what they
mean,
call themselves.
Little people.
Dwarfs.
No, it's midget wrestling. Get out of here. Nobody calls it little
I mean,
people
isn't that the
Politically
right way to
correct?
say it?
I don't know. I
mean,
gave
what's-
up on that.
Oh,
that's
like
the last one I heard. So I call them little people when I have to call them something.
Dude,
but if it's wrestling, it's a midget wrestling.
dude, it's vertically challenged.
Vertically challenged. There you go.
challenged.
Okay, there you go.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, a lot of vertically challenged
Wrestlers.
wrestlers.
They're pretty good too.
They had one on WWE. His name was Hornswoggle. He was supposed to be like Irish.
His name was what?
Hornswoggle.
That sounds.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
What rate? What
but
channel
it was like
this
there was a
on?
midget of WWE. It was
What website was this on?
No, it was pretty good. But no, yeah. Other than wrestling, I'm sorry.
There's one thing I do want to bring up. I was talking to you about it the other day on sports. The way Tom Brady's.
To all the ladies listening, we promise this will be short.
Are you fucking kidding me? We just spent 15 minutes on wrestling.
It's wrestling,
Wrestling,
and everybody
yeah.
loves it.
Yeah, they stopped listening about 12
Yeah.
minutes ago.
Yeah.
46 minutes ago. 46 minutes ago.
I think that went a little long, but it's okay. We got Justin here. He kept it going. Anyways, Tom Brady, the way he's been getting treated about his little tantrums on the sideline.
I have not been paying attention because I don't give a damn about Tom Brady.
Well, remember we talked about it, how
But what if?
We weren't talking about that.
if
I know
somebody,
where you're
What
going
if-
with this.
somebody else would do that. Even like Aaron Rodgers, if he
Well, why
That's
were we
something.
talking about it? It had nothing to do with Tom Brady.
well, it was
Exactly.
yeah, no, it was him. It was the fact that what he's doing now is like, oh, he's so passionate. He's just,
But it didn't start. If
cares so
somebody else
much.
did something, and you were like, if Tom Brady had done that, they would have said he's so.
no,
somebody.
it was Tom Brady doing it, and then I said
What,
if
where,
somebody
when
else,
were we watching Tom Brady?
we weren't watching it. It was just something on the phone or ESPN or something. Tom Brady did a fucking tantrum, and I said if somebody else would have done it, it'd be taken the wrong way. What I was saying is like if Aaron Rodgers did the same thing as he's doing, they just get treated so different.
Aaron Rodgers to Tom Brady?
Is it
Yeah.
because Tom Brady's white?
So is Aaron Rodgers. That's why I'm not sure what you were saying then.
What?
I think we were talking about different things.
Aren't they both?
Okay,
Wait a
if
minute.
Tom
Aaron
Brady
Rodgers?
throws a fucking fit on the sidelines,
So you're talking
he's
specifically
passionate.
about Tom Brady.
Is Tom Brady?
That's what we were
Puerto Rican?
talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the question: if Tom Brady, or not the question, but this is where I'm going, and this is what we're talking about because I don't know how much you drank on fucking Sunday, but
Apparently a lot more than you.
he's throwing fits, and everybody's praising him for his fits because he's so passionate about football and all this. And there's other players like I don't know Lamar Jackson that if he would do the same thing, it'd be
That's
beating
what
him
I'm
down.
saying. I understand that. I thought that's what we were talking about on Sunday.
That is what we were talking about.
But Lamar Jackson is black.
Yes, but
You said Aaron Rodgers a second ago.
well, I did to throw a little curveball. But if Aaron Rodgers would do that, he would get beat down
Well,
the
that's just
same way.
because everybody hates Aaron Rodgers. It has
Okay.
nothing to do with whether he's white or black. He's just an asshole and nobody likes him.
Well, I wasn't thinking black or white, but you brought it up.
Well, that's what I thought we were talking about on Sunday or whatever day it was.
Yeah, it was. It was. But
Okay.
then somebody else threw out Aaron Rodgers, and I was like,
Well, it's
Oh,
a
yeah,
separate.
he
It's a
would
separate
get treated
thing.
the
Tom
same.
Brady has like 7 Super Bowl rings. He's been the best of the best for the past 23
Goat.
years. He gets a little bit of preferential treatment. That goes without saying. They did it with Jordan, and he was black. Like you couldn't touch Michael Jordan.
Still,
You can't touch Tom Brady.
to this day.
He is still black, by the way. Good point. There's just certain people that you can't touch based on what they've done in their careers, regardless of what color they are. The point was, if a guy like Lamar Jackson, no matter how good he is, throws a tantrum, then he's a thug. But if Tom Brady does it, he's passionate. It's just like women complain about the same thing. If you're in a meeting and you go off on somebody, you're fucking what do we call them? Just
Don't say that.
what do you guys
Hey,
call
I might
women
have
that
one
throw
or two, but I'm
tantrums?
not
you're
stupid.
not there. You're not falling for that one. She's emotional and she can't control her emotions. But if a guy does it, he's passionate about what he does. That's why he went off on you. It's the same thing.
That's a good example, but I can't believe you tried to set me up for that.
No, good on you for not falling for it.
Good defense
I feel-
there,
yeah, no,
Justin.
whatever, I do not feel that way. Here's the other deal. So it's, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Tom Brady has like the resume to be like undisputable and people will forgive him for whatever. But it also depends on like what the message is. So like, I don't know, Tom Brady's going through some stuff and people are like, not really sure how to deal with that. Like, that sounds complicated. Aaron Rodgers was like, I don't want to take the shot.
That's what I'm saying.
And white people are like, well, I don't even know what Lamar Jackson's deal was about, but I'm sure people, it wasn't about
it was
like,
nothing.
Yeah. He didn't have
actually
the rally
do
cry
anything.
behind him.
No, exactly. All right, time's up on sports.
Okay.
What else you got? Justin, anything you want to talk about?
Well, you can't put me on the spot like that.
I told you to bring notes.
I need a good intro. You did not tell me.
All right, so have y'all ever been to the ballet?
No.
Or
I thought it was
symphony or an opera or something?
I've always wanted to go to a symphony. I went to the symphony a few years back, but they were at the Dallas Galleria. No, not North Park. They were at North Park. It wasn't the whole.
Yeah, you were over there shopping for Christmas and they were there.
No. I heard the symphony was coming. Like they were having a free show, but it wasn't the whole symphony, right? So I went to watch it. It was pretty good. But yeah, my one dream is to go to a symphony.
It doesn't have to be a dream. It's
Dream.
right here. Just buy tickets and go.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to go.
Not that expensive.
Is it?
Yeah.
Actually, not a lot of people go to it. It's pretty cheap.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, I'll go
You have
next
to be
time.
like a fan of the arts, you know?
pretty much.
It's pretty rare.
So that's where I was going with this.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad because when we go, we usually go when they have. That's not true. We've been to a couple of like legit ballets, and I would go to the symphony every freaking week if I could find somebody to go with me because I like it.
Can I pause and interrupt?
Yeah.
What's like not legit?
So
ballet?
that's where I'm going. The Cirque du Ballet, I don't consider a legit ballet.
Oh, okay.
So every year, the symphony and the ballet and the opera, they have events that are designed, in my opinion, to bring in like the common folk, the people that don't go to those things by doing some gimmicky thing, right? So they're going to put a circus in there so you can bring your kids and then they show up. And the thing about these events is that most of the people that go to these things that are lovers of the art and they're patrons and all that shit, they dress up to go to these things. So you show up and people are dressed nicely. But for these gimmicky events, normal people who are not normally going to these things show up. So you walk in, like you were walking up the stairs from the parking garage and it's this dude like fully decked out in a suit and his wife's like in a freaking nightgown going up the stairs in front of us. I'm like, oh shit, we are severely underdressed. Yvette looks at me, she's like, well, you are. Because she was wearing a black dress. She looked good, women.
She's like,
talked about celebrity.
Yeah, we did. We did.
But then we get to the top, and there's dudes walking around in shorts and tennis shoes. And I'm like, well, this is fucking interesting. Like, I felt out of place a little bit, but not really.
Crocs.
So I didn't
Crocs
see any
and
Crocs. It didn't go that bad, but
If you walk in Crocs into a symphony, like, okay, I get shorts and shirt, but Crocs, no, don't do that.
I don't even feel like Crocs is like appropriate for like Monster Jam.
or
Like Crocs is around the house,
or leaving the house.
in the grass.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, maybe to Kroger, but maybe
Maybe
if the grass stains aren't too bad.
Yeah.
if it's at 3:00 in the morning. But we were going to.
Were these bros in sport mode? Or were they in casual mode? Were they
This is casual. Most casual mode.
No, do you know?
so
Casual?
straps to the front, not to the back?
My daughter got me with that. She's like, I could put it on sport mode, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? She's like,
Come on, how do you
and then
not
she
know
just
about
she takes off running. I'm like, okay, I got you.
Yep.
So
The new slides, man.
I guess. But you couldn't run in slides, though.
Huh?
You couldn't run in slides.
Well,
You
no,
can-
that's why the Crocs are better.
You put them in sport mode.
She uses she. Well, you saw her wearing them, right?
Yeah.
But she uses them more for her sports. After the game, she takes off whatever. That's her
They
feet.
do that. That's weird. I was just asking because I think it's really weird, really interesting, and I think that people need to start going to these things when it's not gimmicky because the product is much better. Like if you just go watch Romeo and Juliet at the ballet, the product is so much better than if you go watch it, during Cirque the Ballet or whatever the fuck they call it. Or the Nutcracker. Take your kids to watch the Nutcracker. It's a good show.
I have seen the Nutcracker as a youth.
As a youth,
Yeah. But as an adult, if you tell me that there are people in Crocs and jorts and it's like a maybe like a low budget ballet, I'm probably going to go there first. Because I don't want to compete. I don't want to dress up. I just want to wear some like decent clothes.
you can wear some. You can wear a nice button-down shirt and some jeans and decent shoes. You'll be fine. Nobody's gonna look at you funny.
I mean, maybe
Well,
for like
I mean,
maybe for like a date.
But I want to look at funny
Like-
people.
You can do that. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
go to
that's
those
what I'm
events, and you will
But
see
if
some funny
nobody's
people.
weird there,
So
I don't think I'm risking coronavirus.
Damn it, they're
So
gonna
you'll-
shut us down. You can't say that on a podcast, man.
What?
Spotify will flag you,
You're gonna flag
I've got
us.
like 3 talking points I wrote down there.
and they all have to do with coronavirus.
So you would
get
dress? So you would dress up and then watch?
No, I would be like average. I'd just be super average. Like not anybody.
That's
that
me.
looks like
Literally,
they
every time we go,
donated.
that's me.
Yeah.
I'm super average. Like I'm not.
Yeah.
Not gonna make anybody feel underdressed,
Uh-uh.
and I'm not. I don't actually feel underdressed. I just like. Yeah,
Comfortable,
I'm normal.
comfortable.
I'm not overdoing it. You know, it's whatever.
I want him to look at my
Because
boots and be
after
like,
we leave
"Ooh,
there, we're
second
gonna.
place."
We went to Deep Ellum after that, and I was still okay. So I was like, it's fine. I can.
Should
Okay.
wear a tuxedo next time.
Right.
No, you gotta have one of those nights where you go to the symphony like dressed up,
No.
full on.
That's
flare.
only like
The nicest place
New
I'm ever
York.
gonna go still involves jeans.
yeah,
Yeah. Exactly.
boots.
Okay. Still most jeans, but
I mean, nice jeans.
you like the-
You
I
can
like
wear because
bedazzled
and this
jeans
is what's
or
great
anything.
about
Not the
living in
work
Texas,
jeans.
Dallas specifically. You can walk into the symphony orchestra
Or for
wearing boots, some nice jeans, a shirt, and a jacket, and you'll fit in with everybody else. It's fine.
you just like bump into Ross Perot while you're there.
Yeah.
You're like, I also am a fan of the arts. I just like to see where my money's going.
Yeah.
I just don't they have like a Star Wars night as well? I know it goes back to Star Wars. I know I'm going back to Star Wars, but they do.
They do. They have a night where they actually show one of the movies, and they have the symphony play the score to the movie because it was scored by John Williams, right?
Hans.
Yes, John Williams.
Okay. John Williams.
Did you just sound solo?
No, Hans Zimmer. That would have been good.
Hans Zimmer scored. He might have scored one of them.
No,
He's a good
It's all
scorer.
John Williams?
it's John Williams.
They'll choose a movie like that that's scored by one of those guys, and they'll perform the music while the movie plays in the background, and that's freaking awesome too.
Someone needs to show me this website because I need to
cool.
buy some. I'll probably go. I'm gonna go one of these days. and-
Google it.
It's tough to like take young kids to.
Mhm.
Super not interesting for young kids unless they're like hard. You know,
So they
It's a
do
lot
every
of
year. They do Christmas movies. We took Olivia a couple years ago to watch because John Williams scored Home Alone. That's one of her favorite Christmas movies.
really?
So they'll play Home Alone, and they'll sit there and play the entire freaking score of the movie.
I didn't know.
It's pretty cool.
Hey, super weird connection. El Paso. The only time I have seen Macaulay Culkin in real life.
He was in El Paso.
His bland. His bland. His band was a little bland, but he played a drink or drown bar closing in El Paso, right off of Cincinnati, and I was just like 2 feet away from Macaulay Culkin while he was jamming out with his band. And we had unlimited drinks.
They still do
or
that.
So
Drown.
we're pretty much,
How long
pretty
ago
much
was
like
that?
It's drink
related.
and drown.
We're good friends.
That was
Drink
our
and
thing
drown.
growing up.
$20.
You would go across the border, and it was $5 or $10 at the time when I was like 14, 15 years old. And you go in this drink and drown night, and you pay $5 or $10 to get in. You can drink all the beer you want.
It was so. This one was specifically a bar closing.
Uh-huh.
So my buddy's brother was involved in a few different bars or whatever, and so they were closing, and so they were like, "Well, we got to drink the whole bar because we can't really give it away."
Makes
so
that's why I said they still have
Yeah.
that because it doesn't
Yeah.
make sense anymore.
it was
Okay,
like
makes
it was
sense.
like $15. Drink everything until everything in the bar is gone. So
Nice.
and Macaulay Culkin was there.
That's pretty cool.
His band was terrible.
Did he do the
Hot take.
aftershave thing? On no?
It was one of those things where like you can tell the band's going to be so terrible because you can get so close. Like, there's no security.
There's nobody
there's no
keeping you
gate.
back.
Man,
You
at
just
some
reach out
point,
and
you can get
touch.
that close to any band before they blew up.
Oh yeah.
Well, going across the border.
Oh
Go ahead.
no, I was gonna ask what you guys think about. Do we talk about like world news?
Yeah.
Oh, go
Okay.
ahead. Yeah.
So like Putin today is like, hey, I think we're gonna send the military to Ukraine, and everybody was like, what have you been doing so far? He's like today we're gonna invade Ukraine.
He also
What do you guys think about that?
called up the reserves
I thought that's who he sent
before.
already.
So
Let's
who did he
just send
say?
those
So
guys.
before it was their legit army.
No,
You can call it that.
no,
It's
And
just the
today or
reserves.
yesterday they decided they were going to call up the reservists. They're going to activate all these people.
bro. So that's like the wrong order. Okay,
Sent to reserves.
So I don't know if we're like aging the room or anything, but like think back in the day, like literally up until the Ukraine invasion, what have you thought about like Russian military, right? Like excluding like recent Top Gun.
What
movie.
did
You know, like Dolph Lundgren, every Guy Ritchie movie, like it's always like the Russians are like super crazy, super badass,
want to nuke?
don't want to fuck with them.
Right.
They're like the other superpower. And then like ever since the Ukraine invasion,
Yeah,
It's been going down.
it's been a fucking carnival.
like their rating just keeps getting lower and lower. It's like, all right.
Their soldiers are like TikToking and shit. You know?
The fact that you can watch those videos on TikTok was really hilarious.
Total fucking
Did you ever see
embarrassment.
Exactly. Whenever the war started, I believe Ukrainian soldiers were just on TikTok, just watching. Like you could see missiles flying, fighter jets coming over, and just people just making jokes out of this. And it was like, is this really happening? It's a really good. It was weird to watch that live on like a TikTok,
but they have people like deserting like left and right, and it's been this whole like first wave or whatever. I think what we really knew all along about the Russians is that like it's a long play. Like they're actually like super cutthroat. And he's like, I'm gonna send this first wave and just like feel it out because I got people I can lose. He was like, I mean, he's in reality he's like a dictator.
He's a dictator.
yeah.
So it's not like he just like sent all these people and he's just gonna like let everybody laugh at him and everything. So today he was like, hey, like we're for real going to war, and everybody was like, oh shit. Like everybody up until now was just like you're like January 6th people.
Just the front line.
Like if you were in the United States
boys before.
Exactly.
He said the
They were like the USSR has been attacking us this whole time, like with their Florida. Like
What their
I guess I didn't hear it.
what the
yeah, so he announced today, he's like, and it's very, very stern address, and he was like, we will protect. So it would be like,
I heard that. He
not
said
to
he's
kill
gonna,
another analogy or whatever, but like it would be like us invading Cuba with Border Patrol.
Mhm.
You know? This whole time.
If you're
And then
on
now
the
he's
Border
like-
Patrol, we're not trying to insult you. It's just Justin.
That's okay. You guys don't stop me when I go through the
Coast Guard.
anyway. But yeah, no, I don't know. Coast Guard. That's a very niche service there. But anyway, so it's some relevant news. So he decided today that like everything that you've seen so far was like, he was like, I was just playing. He's like, I just wanted to feel you out. This is a long game.
What do you think about it?
This is a long game. And now I'm going to start sending
We'll
my real
see.
people.
Didn't he follow that up by saying it's not a bluff?
I think I just read that, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think a person that isn't bluffing ever has to say
I'm not
it's not a bluff.
true.
But I'd be a little puckered up if I was over there right now. That's just me.
We'll see. See how it goes.
Did you?
How preoccupied are you with the prospect of them actually going nuclear on somebody? Because that somebody's probably going to be us.
So he did say
It wouldn't take them very long to go
that was
through Europe.
that was actually his mic drop at the very end of the speech.
Yeah,
I watched it on subtitles. I don't know Russian. But he's like nuclear fallout works both ways depending on which way the wind goes.
Beautiful.
And I was like,
That's
well, I'm
the
American. I
best
don't understand
Russian
geography
accent
whatsoever.
we've had on this show thus far.
but, okay, but if
I was like, which way does the wind go now? And I was like, to their like east is
We're right now.
China,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
it is.
Like, Joe, fact check me because you just
Well,
have all
it's
these
only
facts.
China,
actually.
but it's winter. We're getting close to winter time, so the wind's going to blow from west to east, at least here.
Jesus Christ, that was magical.
So, yeah.
From west to east.
I didn't think I could experience that in person.
Does it have to go?
Or north to south. Northwest to southeast?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like we're far from it. I feel like everybody that should be worried about
Well, it depends
is
on where it
farther.
drops, right?
Do you
If
think
it drops in Europe, it's not blowing
But
this
do you
way,
think
I'll
it'll
tell you
drop? If let's say that it were to happen, do you actually think that will actually hit us?
Well, and I don't want to get too Joe on this or anything, but like,
that. Wait a minute. What does all this mean? What is all this Joe shit?
no, I'm just
Hey,
saying, like,
new fact.
Joe's
Got a
the
reputation.
facts. Joe's got
Fact,
the facts.
You got the facts.
So, like, World War One, Franz Ferdinand, right? Like most insignificant dignitary like ever in history. Started the first conflict that led to the second conflict, which nobody cared about the first conflict or what that guy was involved in and why he died. But everybody that influenced our generation from our grandparents to great grandparents was extremely affected by it. So, I don't know. It's hard to downplay something like, you know, another nuclear superpower having, you know, keys to the blow up the fucking world machine.
Especially when he's fucking nuts like Putin is.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know.
He doesn't realize how much more power he would have if he just had a reality show. Like
Where he fired
Yeah,
people?
he just runs a superpower, and he's like, if he could just be like Putin Kardashian, like,
Keeping up with Putin. Keeping up with Putin.
they're
Exactly.
like, this week
Keeping up
he
with the
wrestles
Putins.
another bear with no shirt on. Oh my god!
Turn the camera on, man. Look at me now.
That's a valid point, actually.
Okay, back to my question. If a nuke were to come, we can knock it out of the air, right?
It depends on what it's mounted to.
Maybe.
Well, I've heard there's a new some shit.
There's
I don't know.
supersonic
I don't want to get
Yeah.
because I don't.
missiles.
get
We don't. We
Remember when you were a kid?
supposedly don't have the capabilities yet, but I think we have some shit that nobody.
Yeah,
has.
Exactly.
supersonic. That's what it's called.
Remember when you were a kid and you were like, I shot you. You got your like stick gun or whatever. And you're like, I shot you. And you're like, well, you can't shoot me. I'm bulletproof.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I shot you with a rocket. And you're like, oh shit.
Got me.
Yeah, I know you're gonna get. And then it's like, well, joke's on you. I'm rocket proof. And then it's like, well, I am
I have
this
alien
place.
technology.
And well, I just so happen to be everything proof. I think that's just like where we're at. It's
pretty
pretty
much.
There's no way that we're like sharing our technology.
Until somebody actually does something, we're not going to know what everybody's capable of.
What do you think about the door they found in Mars?
Wait.
I didn't read the articles. Well, tell us about it.
Well, so
What?
two things. They found organic matter in a core, right? I guess if that
core.
matters. Yeah. So
Somebody
the little
cored.
machine did a core into the surface, the crust
Oh, okay.
of Mars, and they found organic matter in it, which means that there was like life at some point. They didn't say what it was, but clearly it was without GMOs and was very ethical. But they have like one picture.
If you got it, you got it. I'm not explaining it to you.
They got one picture, and they were like, "This is clearly
A door.
doorway, not like a regular cave. This is like a constructed doorway."
Did you
But-
see the picture?
Yeah,
What do you think?
I was like, "Well, maybe their worms are just shaped like that." Like, I don't know. Like they were like, "This is clearly a constructed doorway." And like being in construction, I'm like, I don't know, maybe their
I don't know what
animals
kind
are
of
just
doorways
shaped
you're
like
building,
that.
but-
Yeah.
That picture?
Yeah, it could be naturally occurring. It's one picture. I mean, I don't know. It looks like the tomb, you know, like maybe somebody
Like King
arose
Tut.
from it.
That looks fake.
That could have been where the
I don't know. We're looking at a picture.
crash landed.
Colors off right here.
Looks Photoshop.
Do you think everything in Mars is really just that orange, or like somebody just needs to like clean the lens on everything?
Yeah.
I mean, this one looks.
I think they
Right.
do it to make it
That one
look,
looks exactly what it should look like.
I don't know, man. It does look constructed, but I mean, I guess
Did they go in
here
there
on
or
Earth,
what?
it's not typical, but it's not uncommon to find.
Sorry. I'm just laughing at your here on Earth all knowledge.
I don't know much about Mars.
I'm comparing my Mars
but
knowledge
here
to my Earth
on our
knowledge, and I was
planet-
noticing that,
I need a brush back up on my
There's
Mars.
There's a lot of stuff like this. It just happens naturally in nature, just due to our weather patterns and shit. I don't know what it's like in Mars. Maybe it's normal there too.
Yeah, that's not even ADA. I mean,
That's a bad ADA.
It's only got a handrail on
Have,
one
have
side.
we,
there are no Americans.
are they trying to
on
get
Mars
closer
yet,
at least?
So they can't be. What's that?
Are they trying to get closer?
Closer
Yeah,
to
I don't know why they gave up. I don't know. They could have.
I think this picture was taken from here.
Wait,
No.
what?
No, it's
No?
from the rover.
That's from the
what?
rover?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's no way they didn't get. If it's from the rover, they told the rover to go to that door.
Yeah, definitely.
Surely
it's
they
just Egypt.
No. They're showing a comparison.
Yeah, I know.
They're showing the here on Earth.
This is right around the corner.
All right,
This is the back door to that.
Talking about pictures
This is the
people
back
can't
door
see
to
on the
that.
Oh,
podcast.
sorry. Yeah. Like, so, there's life on Earth, Mars. I mean, if tomorrow, what's his
Breaking
name?
news.
Elon Musk asked you to go to Mars, would you go?
Is there per diem involved? Are they going to pay my travel? Do I get
They'll
to
pay
come
for your
back home
travel,
every other
and then you
weekend?
won't come back.
No.
Those are legit questions.
To start civilization over
Can I
there
take
in
my family
Mars.
with me? I was
you-
actually thinking
actually-
about that yesterday or the day before. I don't remember when.
Would you actually would you take your family?
If I could, I would.
I mean, like, all right, we're gonna be Martians now.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, I would.
Do you bring
Martians.
do you bring the dogs?
Fuck no, I'm trying to get rid of them now as it is.
He's like, that's the only way I can get rid of him.
I mean,
I have to leave the
Sign
planet
me-
to get
sign
rid
me
of
up.
these. Yeah.
I read through the fine print, and apparently there is a loophole.
I feel like every week I come, you have another dog or something.
It's not even funny because it's true.
Is that because you have a kid?
It's because we're
You
not
have
going
a
to talk
kind
about it. We're not going to talk
Okay.
about
You have a
Sorry.
kind heart,
That's right. That's right.
but
You can cut that out.
we can go to Mars. I'd go to
it. Yeah,
Mars.
let's go to Mars. No, Adrian. So Adrian's signaling that he just hit a home run, I think. Is that what this means?
No, it means I have to go. Yeah, I can keep going.
Adrian wants to leave because he's got to go play volleyball, but we're not going to let him.
Oh, dang.
So
Okay.
I had one more question
Stop
I was going to ask
me.
you guys because I feel like you guys are.
Hey, I
all-
can keep
all
going.
about
no,
it.
no, just
Go ahead.
answer this question. It's cool.
No, we can keep going.
So I don't
Go ahead.
know how you guys feel about this, but I know it's a pretty broad topic. But today I had an experience, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to ask the guys about it. Road rage. Can we talk about road rage?
So weren't we talking about road rage today?
Yeah, because we did the whole go-kart thing at work. And
yeah.
and
we
after
were at
that,
a,
we were like,
Well, this
That's not a
morning,
good
this
idea.
morning we went and we shot clays. So we had our shotguns with us,
So that's kind of like road rage.
and then we went and did go kart racing. So we were sitting there, and this is like legit go karts where they go pretty fast, and
Yeah.
like it's actually quite a workout. If you've never done it, go do it. You get really tired and sweaty because you're wearing the helmet and all that stuff.
It's a work.
But anyway, we finished, and we're like, you know what's gonna suck? Driving home after this. Because you're out on the track drifting and shit, running into people, and you're gonna get in your truck and doing 30 miles an hour. No,
And
then-
then the first half of the day, you're shooting at everything.
exactly. So if you start some road rage incident on your way
Sounds like
home,
Dallas.
now you got loaded guns in the back. Like, whoa, this is not gonna end well. But road rage. How do you feel about it?
So I'm a huge believer that nothing that could happen in traffic is worth it, right?
Right.
Especially when you live in DFW, right? So
Mhm.
like you don't know who you're driving next to. You read the news. That stuff barely even makes the news, you know?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, somebody cut somebody off, somebody flipped somebody off, and then boom, next thing you know, like they're dead. So
God.
Did you see the actually happened here in Mesquite last week, where a guy they don't the video only shows and it was taken from a building. It shows these two guys who were involved in a road rage incident, and there's this huge, I don't know, he looks tall, fat, white dude. He's walking. He just was. He was walking away, and then you see this other dude run across a parking lot and like pull up to him and just clocks him in the face, knocks him over, falls over. So this dude, as he's getting up, pulls out a gun, takes like 3 shots at the guy, misses, like point blank range, like from here to George, misses.
oh, yeah.
They start like wrestling over the gun. The one dude that hit him takes the gun away.
Yep.
What would you have done in that? Like you're the guy that's getting shot at, and you wrestle the gun away from the other guy.
I don't know, I feel it's a little incriminating.
Self-defense.
I mean,
it's-
Oh, come on.
That's easy with a pistol whipped them right on
That's
the.
what I said.
That's exactly what I was gonna say,
Yeah.
actually. So,
It's not what I would do.
What?
No, Adrian would have shot him. He straight up said,
Well, it's
kidding me? You just stick-
well,
Adrian's like, I would've already
self-defense.
shot him.
Let's be clear, self-defense.
it's not self-defense if the
Oh,
guy's
absolutely.
walking away from you.
that's
No,
not true.
I'm gonna-
No, but he
No.
wasn't. He wasn't
No.
walking away.
At this point, he
When
is.
I took
All
when you take
all
the
have
gun
to
away,
do
he
is
runs.
feel
He's
is
walking
that your
away.
life is in danger.
Oh, okay.
you don't feel
Yeah.
that your life is in danger when you're clearly
No duty to retreat. That's the state that we live in.
at home.
So, no, it's not just at home.
Well, no duty to retreat, yes,
If
but
so- if
in
somebody,
Texas.
if somebody attacks you, and you feel like your life is threatened, you have no duty to retreat.
Yes,
Whether
but you're gonna have a hard
public
time.
or
You're gonna
private
have a
person.
hard time proving that you felt your life was in danger if the guy's walking away from you,
He could be going back to get more ammunition.
True, true.
and you could leave while this is going on. So he didn't have a gun.
But and I think
You
that's
had the
where,
gun.
That's where a lot of people get caught up. You could say, "Well, I thought he was going to get another gun because he had already produced one. He could
Yeah.
have more.
Good luck
This is
with that.
Texas.
Exactly.
No, what do you mean good luck? That'll hold up.
That will not hold up.
Hell yeah, it would.
Yeah,
Dude,
easily
especially
win.
especially here.
It holds up in way more. I was going to say a word that I don't think I can say on the podcast, but those kinds of
That's the
stuff.
beauty of it. You can say anything on a podcast.
Oh, because you can just bloop.
Well, it's also not
Wait, can we?
regulated by the FCC. So
Oh,
I don't think you can bloop it.
like Howard Stern, like we get away with all the stuff that you couldn't get away with.
yeah.
Oh man, that's what I was.
I just think
That's what I was
that
thinking of the
you
whole
know
time I was
somebody's
driving over here.
trying to shoot you, like I said the other day. So this
say,
guy
so
was going
if
to
it-
take your life away. Like
Yes.
this was his
So,
intention to take your life
When
away.
does that expire?
And he fucking
time
missed.
when you're wrestling for the gun, by all means, if you get a hold of that, turn that bitch around and shoot him.
Yeah, right away.
Once you have the gun and he's moving away from you, you can't just shoot a person.
Bro, you just talked about forgiveness.
It's not about forgiveness. I still want to shoot the motherfucker.
You're like your
All I'm
forgiveness
saying
should
is
kick in
legally.
in 2
Like,
seconds.
I don't
You
know.
No
can't.
way.
You can't do it.
Like I could have been dead.
You could have, but you weren't. And now you have
Well,
the gun.
that's gonna hold up.
But
Too.
like, when does the threat really stop?
It's just like him.
It
The
is.
guy, when
It
he
does.
took the shot,
well, could it be like passionate? What do you call?
a crime of passion.
Oh,
yeah,
Because
'cause-
we're madly in love and he cheated on you. Or what?
Well, it still is. You know, I'm passionate because he was. He
you
was
could
gonna
use that
kill
defense,
me, and
but
it's
again,
like,
good
wait,
luck. Good luck having it hold up in court.
it holds up.
Actually, you'll have pretty good luck because there's this really big lobbying group that likes to take those cases called the
Oh yeah, there is.
NRA's lawyers. And anytime you use their product in self-defense, they're like, hey, we'll swoop in, pro bono that ass.
Send me that.
Well, that's a good question, though. Like, how soon after somebody just decided to end your life do you go, no, it's okay. We're cool now.
You don't have to say that.
No, you don't.
Well,
have
no.
Yeah,
You
not
can
audibly,
still,
but
Like George and I would have done, pistol whip the motherfucker,
Yeah.
put him on the ground and stomp on him. You can't shoot him.
But if he's walking away, the threat has not yet been neutralized.
What are you? Yeah,
He's
but
still
you're
walking,
not
talking,
in
ready to
danger
pull
anymore.
gat on you. You
No,
know?
he's
Like,
not.
shoot
'Cause
the
he has his
legs,
gat.
get him down, pistol whip him, and then you.
Yes. Mortal
I don't know.
wound first.
Look, the guy. There were some people.
I'm
There,
fucking shooting.
I don't remember where.
I don't care.
Shoot.
I don't know where I was reading this article, but there were people on there saying that the guy that pulled the gun did it in self-defense, and he didn't, because once he got punched in the face and he fell down, the other guy started walking away. There's no longer an immediate threat to you when the other guy is walking away, going back to his car.
Okay.
He pulled out a gun and shot at him.
But
Right.
very different states define that differently.
I know, but we're in Texas. We're
And
talking
that's
about
why
here.
you've got like that. Sorry, I got some words for it, but that George Zimmerman dude, you know, like that was
okay.
that was not a self-defense situation,
Not at all.
but he lived in a state, and a lot of it is very dependent on the state. So like Florida is one
Yeah,
of
that's
those.
why I don't go to
Stand your
other
ground.
states.
You don't have to go to.
That's why we're going. Don't let him move out.
Don't go to Florida.
But I live in the great state of Texas.
That's right.
It all depends on how well
Also,
you sell.
nothing we've said so far in this podcast should be misconstrued as legal advice.
What was that to say?
Yeah.
You can also get 30% back on your taxes if you claim your dog.
You gotta have a spin off.
As if it's easy to mess with Texas. Their laws, their Buckies, and their Whataburger.
So, when you experience people that have road rage, do you think that like
That's what we were talking about.
they've got like somebody they're looking for?
You mean like they're out to like find someone to road rage and then like
Well, so I think the typical like crazy road rage person that you might experience like is a crazy road rage person, right? But they're looking for that thing that like fits their type.
Yeah.
They're like a serial killer looking for their like typical victim or whatever. And I think that I am a target.
now
Because of your truck?
Because
Totally agree.
is it because
So not just my truck.
And your beard and your look.
I was gonna
and
say
probably the
I
way you
would-
drive.
I would say
That
that.
road rage
but
sticker you have in the back of your window.
So two things. Every vehicle that I have screams that I'm incapable of pleasing a woman. and number two, I don't have any stickers on any of my vehicles that give that away. But I do think I'm a target. I think people are profiling me, which is actually why I don't have stickers. But yeah, Yeah.
So you've been victimized.
I think I'm a target.
Yeah.
I can see that.
But I feel like the road ragers.
Would you tell us what your 2 cars are, Justin, so people know why you're a target?
So I drive a big truck.
Like I can't stand next. If I stand next to a truck by a tire, you won't see me from the other side.
Wait, Ford, Chevy, or what?
One of my trucks is a Ford.
Man, I got a
350.
250. But it's a big obnoxious.
Actually, if I park next to his truck, you won't see my truck from the other side.
But it's also like kind of jacked up. So it's a little dick truck. Shut up, babe. Nobody needs to know. And then I also drive a Corvette.
Yeah, it's like screams of a douche.
But
Both of those cars.
I mean,
I also drive like an old classic hot rod too. So it, pretty much, it all just screams like shit don't work. I'm frustrated. This dude is clearly
midlife
not
crisis.
satisfying
Midlife
women.
crisis.
He's got to be.
Adrian, you want to say goodbye to our listeners since you're bailing on us?
Bye.
Thank you.
Are you really going to play softball? Can you even hear us? With that
volleyball.
Volleyball.
His ears still work without headphones.
You hear us?
I'm in the zone now.
Yeah.
Justin, I'm sorry. Did we ask you about your weekend?
No, it's okay. But I did have a good weekend. You guys might appreciate this, maybe not. But Friday had a pretty sick ass quince that I attended.
Oh,
That's what that video was that you were trying to send me over the weekend.
Yeah, that you couldn't see because you have a fucking Android.
I couldn't see it because you have a fucking iPhone.
No, it's a chicken and the egg
Tell him.
situation.
Tell her.
That's whatever.
You have an Android. No, real good. Fort Worth, North Side neighborhood, quince. It was super fun. And then
Someone you know, or obviously someone you know, but like a family friend? Or?
He just jumped in on a quinceañera.
yeah, totally. Definitely the only Güero family in the house. Went with my
That's
buddy.
fun though, because we always have one at least at ours.
I mean, do we have one?
Sure we do.
It's like bringing a snow leopard to a kid's birthday party. Like everybody wants to go up and meet it, So like, what's up? Get a picture with it. That was us.
And they'll say something in Spanish in front of you just to see if you react.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
But no, beautiful family, beautiful event, super awesome, fun time. Brought my wife, super fun. My wife had been out dancing at a different club the night before, so she was a little tired, so she didn't want to do all that. It was very rancho quince.
Oh, okay.
So, it was cool. Got to show off my boots and shit.
That's cool.
Had a good time.
I feel like a quinceañera is like exciting.
Yeah. Any time where you gotta like run
I hate them.
Whataburger at like 3 a.m. for your wife, like that's a good night.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know. Think of a lot of other things I'd rather do than go to a quinceañera.
Why?
Well, I've been through too many of them. I don't dance, so
okay.
There's no point for me
But
to go to a dance.
Do you drink?
Yeah, but I don't like to get drunk at those parties because the quinceañeras should be like for the kids, So
Well, I think that's like, so like from the outsider's perspective, like that's cool. You're like, man, let me tell you about the last Güero kid's 15th birthday party I went to, and it was probably at a fucking laser tag, something where you had to pay like $150 just for your kid to do the thing with their kid.
And it wasn't even your kid's birthday. No, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you go to a quince and it's like, hey, senor, everything you want, you have. It's great. Make yourself at home. I'm just very proud, and it's like, you're like, yeah, this is super cool. Like the whole community's there. Everybody's having a good time. Food's good. Beer's good.
It's good. You know what it is?
Nobody's keeping.
I think it's different. The way you described it, a very rancho quinceañera, is very different from the ones we have because we're city folk. We're Mexican, but we're city folk.
Sorry.
So yeah, it's a little different for us. It's more like just imagine a Sweet 16 party. It kind of sucks. I just hate, like, listen, man.
Here's the deal: like grown-ass men drinking beer aren't supposed to imagine themselves at any 15 or 16-year-old's party.
Right.
It's just like it's the worst thing you could probably imagine. You just want to like send your kid there and know that nothing wild's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
But like at quince, it's like you can go and you can have a good time, and you can keep an eye on your kids.
If you like, I hate weddings too. Like I just don't like big parties like that involve dancing, and it's just it's a hassle for me.
Why is it that you don't? Like, because you don't
I don't like dressing up.
Partake in those?
Yeah, I don't like dressing up. I don't like dancing. I don't like, I'm going to say 90% of the music that they play at these things. So like there's very little that's enjoyable to me other than the people watching. And if it's like a close family member, then it's, I get to hang out with my family.
Yeah.
People that I don't normally see very often. But if it's just a friend or something, I'm probably not going. just saying.
He's letting you know, Justin.
You can save the postage on Joe's.
Yeah. Just don't even send me an invite because chances are I'm not going to go.
I'm going to say no.
And then I'll have to come up with a lame excuse as to why I'm not going because we're probably not close. Because if we were close enough, I would just go or I would just tell you. But if you're having to mail it to me, we're probably not close enough and I'll have to come up with a lame excuse so I don't hurt your feelings. I have to do twice the work. It's lame. It's
So is it just kids' birthday parties that you don't like to go
No,
to?
like I said, I don't like weddings either.
Oh, but like adults' birthday parties, right?
Yeah, because there's not like a dance and this whole thing where I have to dress. Adult birthday parties, you're either going out to a bar or you're going over to their house to hang out or, some of the stuff I like doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
So weddings at all. So what? I mean,
weddings are fun. Weddings are a party. You
Exactly.
just also have to dress up.
Yeah, you have to dress up and people are dancing. They want you to dance and I don't want to dance. And they ask you, even though I've never, in the 30 years that they've known me, once danced at a wedding, they're still going to ask me. And it's going to get really annoying at some point.
Like you have a wife that's prettier than you. So
Don't we
you don't
all?
have to try at all.
you really. You just got to stand there and just,
Yeah, but
They're like
my
literally.
mom wouldn't let me go. Like, I have to dress up.
Oh.
I have to go say hi to everybody. I have to be like acting like I'm happy, because she'll come down and slap me. I'm telling you.
Okay. No, I mean, for me, parties, quinceañeras would like really.
You like to dance. That's
I
your
like to
thing.
dance,
Like, that's your
right?
thing. You thrive. He's great. If you're ever having a party, invite this fucker. He's like a little crowd. If your crowd is dead, you'll get him going.
Exactly. Well,
I thought about becoming his agent and just like renting him out for parties. Like if you have a lame family, I'm gonna bring this dude over. It's gonna be a crunk party. Like it's
I
for
literally
real.
just
Yeah.
need. I just need to start the music.
Yeah.
No, I think parties like, for example, for adults to just show up to have a good time and just drink. It's pretty chill. You don't really have to dance. Just go out there and have a good time with whoever's there and pistear.
But if it's not your family, you don't know the
I
people that
still
show
show
up.
up.
But just for the record, if anybody's listening, need some snow leopards in the background at your quince, just to be exotic, hit me up.
Everybody should have because you know what? If
I'm in
the
the
cops
show
show
notes.
up, somebody's got to go to the door.
Oh, no,
All right, that's all I'm saying.
Shit, that's not me. I got in trouble going in.
Don't send you. Don't send you.
No,
I was like,
it'll be fine.
I was like, I'm gonna leave early so that like I'll shake all the cops off the streets so that you guys can all get home because y'all got farther to drive than I do.
So next time, whenever I have my wedding, once I get married, I'm gonna be that guy to ask you to dance and be like, "Hey, get on the dance floor."
Did you propose already?
No, not yet.
Oh, that's
Oh, it's coming. Yeah, it's coming.
Maybe
this year.
Oh, he said
Sure.
maybe. You have no clue what you just did.
I don't stop. Cut that out. Cut that
I
out.
am not cutting that out.
Justin's invited now because we need.
What happens? I got married like a year and a half ago. I'd highly recommend doing it the way I did it.
How'd you do it?
Go away.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, so you left?
Yes.
Texas?
Destination wedding.
Okay.
Don't do it here. You know why?
Why?
Because all your family's here. Get away from them. Just make it cool.
We travel.
Nope. And then you get to go somewhere cool, see something cool, do something cool while you're
Sure.
doing it.
I'll do that. If destination wedding, I'm there. Just because I like to travel. I don't care about your party. I'm going to spend the rest of the weekend doing something fun.
So Joe, you need to get ordained.
I thought about it.
I was like, if Joe says he's already ordained, I'm not even going to be surprised. He's like, well, actually, Southern New Hampshire
So
University.
yeah. It's not. I can't. I'm not. It's gonna sound weird, but I don't like having too many eyes on me, being the center of attention. And if you're like,
Which is why we're doing a podcast, right?
nobody can see me.
Oh, okay. Visual. Gotcha. Okay.
I definitely like to talk shit. That's like my thing. But
But from the back.
yeah,
We went to Guatemala. Big fan of Guatemala.
that's right. I remember that. I wasn't invited.
Shout out.
Really hurt.
No, you were
Still hurts to this day.
You're invited. But like you didn't want to be the priest, so there wasn't really a role for you. Luis stepped up.
Yeah.
Shout out, Luis.
Oh, speaking of shout outs. Hey,
Padre.
man, I'm sorry Adrian's not here for this, but every day for the past 3 weeks, Olivia, my daughter, has been telling me that we got to give a shout out to Enrique because he's the one that wrote our intro music, and we're like on episode 8. We still haven't given him a shout out or credit for his music. So shout out to Enrique. You know who you are. Thank you for the music. Someday, if we make it big, we'll say we knew you. That's it. That's all we're going to do.
Isn't the whole point of the shout out telling the people
So,
who Enrique is?
Enrique,
Because the guy who just wrote the song. Right?
Enrique wrote the song. He plays for a band called Sonido Cachimbo that plays at cumbia.
They play Tropicumbia in Juarez.
Cumbia.
He's a percussionist. We were trying to use one of the band's songs originally, but we didn't have the rights, so we feel like going through all the trouble. So he's my nephew, and we asked him to write a song for us, and he did. So that's his original
Very cool.
composition. So shout out to Enrique before I forget and get in trouble with Olivia.
You got like a social handle to recommend?
You know, if I were professional, I would have all that stuff ready, but
Show notes.
I could
Sonido
probably
Cachimbo.
Yeah.
It's going in the show notes.
It's going in the show notes, and Justin's going to take care of that for us.
Do you want me to just end it or
We're just going to end it.
Do you have an outro?
oh no? Thank you for coming, Justin.
Oh, thanks.
Being our guest this week.
Very much appreciated. Very fun.
80% of this podcast is going to get cut out. But I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, I won't.
Yeah. I didn't know Adrian's part was 80%. I really thought it was always 32.
We'll see y'all next week.
Nah, actually,
Bye.